Random Job Vlog.
On Amazon Prime Video, I streamed Delta Force 2, The Columbian Connection, and I'm going to start with this statement. Look, this was a request. Hey, Vaughn, you talked about Delta Force a couple years back. Why didn't you do Delta Force 2? Well, probably didn't because I knew nobody would watch this. There's no way in hell this review is getting 100 views. I don't care how many different accounts you make and log in, that view counter is going to stay double digits, goddammit. And that's why you can't take reviews on watching old action schlock, particularly canon films in their death throes of 1990. Because there is no audience for this stuff. It's a complete waste of my time, and you've already checked out of this review. Starring Chuck Norris as Colonel McCoy. Was he Major last time? You know, last time he actually had, I don't know, a supporting cast, and there were characters, and there was a budget, and there was awesome music. Strip all of that away and have Chuck Norris return and just do regular Chuck Norris actiony stuff. A little more gunfighting than karate, and that's what you got here. This time he's going after Colombian drug lord, or is he American? Billy Drago. Am I saying that right or wrong? He's a Kansan, and this is one creepy looking son of a bitch. This guy almost never plays a good guy, and that's because he looks like a human snake. Near the front of the movie, the DEA is at war with this Billy Drago. Apparently he's a billionaire with this cocaine stuff going all over the place. You don't really see a lot of cocaine in this movie, but he kills off a bunch of DEA guys, then he gets captured by Chuck Norris, and there's a skydiving event. It is kind of nice to see real skydiving. Yes, I realize Chuck Norris isn't actually doing this, and there were some shoddy shots in there, but there is actual skydiving. There is actual rock climbing. There are real helicopters. The goddamn Avengers cannot be bothered to do this shit. Keep that in mind when you go watch Thanos this Friday. It is worth noting there was a fatal helicopter crash that killed some crew, and I think this was the second one involving a Chuck Norris canon film, in some ways changing the industry's practices and a contributing factor to the downfall of canon. So Chuck Norris has to go lone wolf into this guy's compound, rescue some captured DEA agents, and you know the hostages in this have no character whatsoever. You know what movie had awesome hostages? The Delta Force. Shit, in this movie there's some Colombian woman, has her baby murdered, her husband killed, she gets raped. That's the most developed character arc in the film, and it kind of just gets brushed aside. Speaking of characters you don't want to be in an action movie, avoid being the comedic sidekick. The overweight guy who cracks jokes, you might want to distance yourself from Chuck Norris. I was amused by the mandatory uniform regulations over at the bad guy's compound. Everybody has the same white shirt and pants. He brags about his men being professionals, but they look like whoever he could get. Delta Force 2, The Columbian Connection has little to offer beyond actual explosions and stunts, triggering nostalgic feelings for action years past, where things happened in reality with minimal digital trickery. I give Delta Force 2, The Columbian Connection, 1.5 out of 4 stars. So we're at the part of the video where I have to beg you to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell, because subscribe doesn't really account to anything other than YouTube might someday send me a plaque.